My dear children, here we are going to learn chapter 3 coordinate geometry. Coordinate geometry already you have learned in the previous classes, that is in class 7 and class 8 also. To locate a point on a plane, we use this coordinate geometry. Locate a point on a plane by using two axes or two reference lines, x-axis and y-axis. That is to locate a point on a plane. Not only to locate a point on a plane we are using this coordinate geometry, other situations also will come. That is your position in the classroom where you are sitting. That also we can locate, or we can locate anything. That is example, we can locate our school, where is the position of our school, by saying the direction, or it is in the east direction or west direction or south direction, or where is the position of our church, or where is the position of our district collector's office, or anything we can locate like that. So how to locate a position of a thing, that also we are going to study here. How can we locate a point? So before that, coordinate geometry. What is coordinate geometry? That I will explain once. Then that is, to locate a point on a plane, we use two reference lines, x-axis and y-axis. This horizontal line is called the x-axis and vertical line is called the y-axis. You have located a point on a number line. That same way we can locate a point on a plane. That is, using this coordinate geometry, we can locate a point on a plane. Suppose this one is a plane, or blackboard is a plane. We will draw two lines and we will locate the point. And these two lines are perpendicular to each other. This horizontal line is called the x-axis. It is called x-axis. And this vertical line is called the y-axis. It is called the y-axis. And these two lines are perpendicular to each other, and these two lines intersect at a point. Then that point is called the origin. It is called the origin. Now, x-axis is denoted by x dash. Here it is x and here it is x dash. And origin is denoted by the letter O. So x dash is the x-axis, y dash is the y-axis. Y dash is the y-axis. After that, we will mark the points here. Right side of origin on the x-axis it is positive numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Left side of the origin on the x-axis is negative numbers -1, -2, -3, etc. Just imagine that it is a number line. X-axis is a number line. And another number line we are keeping perpendicular to that number line, that much only. So above that, above the origin, on the y-axis it will come positive numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. will mark. Below that, negative numbers -1, -2, -3, etc. Then we can locate a point on this plane. After drawing this one, suppose a point is here. This one is a point. How can we locate that point? That point is 3 unit away from x-axis, 3 unit away from x-axis, this one is 3 unit, and 2 unit away from y-axis, 2 unit away from y-axis. This distance from the y-axis to this point is 2 unit. So this point is denoted by ordinate pair 2, 3. That is, from this point, how much distance is there from y-axis? That number we will write first. And from this point to x-axis, how much distance is there? That we will write it as a second number, 2, 3. And that we will write inside a bracket. So that is the point 2, 3. Ordered pair. We used to say ordered pair 2, 3. And first number. That number, actually here this one is a distance. Then if we do not write this distance, then now you see where is that number. From this point you go to x-axis, and what is the number there, that we have to write first. And from the point to y-axis, then we will go there, and what is the number there, that we will write second. So this first number we got it from the x-axis. That is why this number is called x coordinate, or it is called abscissa. X coordinate or abscissa. This number we got it from the x-axis, so that number is called x coordinate or abscissa. And this second number we got it from y-axis, that is why it is called y coordinate or it is called ordinate. Y coordinate or it is called ordinate. Now origin. What is the point origin? Origin is denoted by 0, 0. That is 0 distance from x-axis and 0 distance from y-axis. That is origin. So the coordinates of origin is 0, 0. Coordinates of origin is 0, 0. So this way we can locate any point on this number line. Only any point on this plane. Locate any point on the point on a plane. We use this coordinate geometry. Now this x-axis and y-axis divide this plane into 4 equal parts. Each part is called a quadrant. X coordinate, x-axis and y-axis divide this plane into 4 equal parts. Each part is called a quadrant, and x or y, this part is called a first quadrant. It is the first quadrant, and y or x dash is called the second quadrant. X dash or y dash is called the third quadrant. Y dash or x is called the fourth quadrant. This one is the fourth quadrant. X axis and y axis divide this plane into 4 equal parts. Each part is called a quadrant, and x or y is the first quadrant. Y or x dash is the second quadrant. X dash or y dash is the third quadrant. Y dash or x is the fourth quadrant. Now you see sign convention of the points. Here you see in the first quadrant x coordinate is positive and y coordinate also positive. So in the first quadrant both it is positive you can write. Positive. Then what will be there in the second quadrant? Second quadrant x coordinate is negative and y coordinate will be positive. X coordinate or abscissa will be negative and y coordinate or ordinate will be positive. And in the third quadrant, x coordinate is negative, y coordinate also negative. In the third quadrant, both are negative. Both the points are negative. X coordinate is negative and y coordinate also negative. And in the fourth quadrant, x coordinate is positive and the y coordinate is negative. So plus, minus. First quadrant, both are positive. Second quadrant, x coordinate is negative, y coordinate is positive. Third quadrant, both are negative. And the fourth quadrant, x coordinate is positive and y coordinate is negative. Okay, now this one is for locating the point on a plane. But suppose if we want to locate a table lamp on your study table, how can we locate that? How can you describe it to your friend? Suppose a table lamp is there on your table, then you are going to locate or you are going to say the position of that table lamp. How can we locate that? So just imagine that it is the table, top of the table, and the lamp is here. Just imagine that it is a lamp is here, and your friend is sitting here. Your friend is sitting here. Just imagine like that. Then you can describe that table lamp by measuring the length from here to here and from here to here. That is, suppose this length is 9 unit and this length is 2 unit. Then we can say the position of the table lamp is 9 unit from your sitting position and 2 units from the left side. 2 unit from left side of the table. So that way you can locate that table lamp. Why I told is that this is the first question in your exercise. I am not going to give you the answer. You write it by yourself. First question, question number 1. Exercise 3.1, question number 1. How will you describe a table lamp? How will you describe the position of a table lamp on your study table? That is the question. So you have to draw this figure and mark a point and mark it here 9 unit or any number you can mark it. According to that you have to write the answer, that much only. Then here I wrote 9 unit from his sitting position and 2 unit from the left side of the chair, left side of the table. So first you have to draw this table and mark a point here, and from here draw a line and write a number here, 9 unit or 8 unit or 7 unit or whatever it may be. You can write it by yourself, and from here also you write a number and write it 2 unit or 3 unit or 4 unit, something like that. After that you have to write the answer. The position of the table lamp is 9 unit from your sitting place and 2 unit from the left side of the table. 2 unit from the left side of the table. That is the first question answer. That you have to write it by yourself. Now second question, you see it in your textbook. Street plan. A city has 2 main roads which cross each other at the center of the city. A city has 2 main roads which cross each other at the center of the city. Which cross each other at the center of the city. Main roads are there. 2 main roads are there. These 2 main roads cross each other at the center of the city. Center of the city. That is, this one is the center of that city. Center of the city. Now, these 2 roads are along the north-south direction and east-west direction. North-south direction and east-west direction. This one is north direction, north-south and east-west direction. North-south and east-west direction. Now, all the other streets of the city run parallel to these roads. All the other streets of this city run parallel to these roads and are 200 meters apart. How many streets are there? All are parallel to these 2 roads. That means one will be here, again second one, third one, like that. All the streets are parallel to these 2 roads only. And all the roads are 200 meters apart. That is, suppose a street is here, then that is 200 meters away from this main road. 200 meters away from the main road. There are 5 streets in each direction. There are 5 streets in each direction. 5 streets in each direction. That is, in east-west direction, 5 streets are there. East-west direction. 1 street is this one. The second one. This one we can write 1, 2. This one is the 3rd street. 3. Then this one is the 4th street. And this one is the 5th street. 5th street. And in north-south direction also 5 streets are there. North-south direction also 5 streets are there. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 5 streets are there. Now, see the question. There are 5 streets in each direction. Using 1 centimeter is equal to 200 meter. 1 centimeter is equal to 200 meter. Draw a model of the city on your notebook. Represent the road or street by single lines. So, draw a model of the city on your notebook. So, this one is the model of the city that you have to draw it in your notebook. Then, now, there are many cross streets in your model. There are many cross streets. Yes, many cross streets are there. These 2 streets are crossing here. These 2 streets are crossing here. That is 3rd street and 3rd street, it is crossing here. And 3rd street and 4th street, it is crossing here. Many cross streets are here in the figure. Then now, a particular cross street is made by 2 streets. A particular cross street is made by 2 streets. One running in the north-south direction and another in east-west direction. One running in the north-south direction and another in the east-west direction. One is east-west direction and another in north-south direction. So, the next one. And another in east-west direction. Each cross street is referred to the following manner. Each cross street is referred to the following manner. If the second street running in north-south direction, second street running in the north-south direction. This one is the second street running in the north-south direction. Second street running in the north-south direction. And next one. And fifth in the east-west direction. Fifth in the east-west direction. This one is fifth one. Fifth in the east-west direction. Then there is a cross street here. This one. And it is referred as, see that one, west direction, meet the sun crossing. Then we will call this cross street 2-5. Then we will call this cross street as 2-5. This one is 2-5. Then next one, that means second in the north-south direction, this one second, and fifth in the east-west direction, that is why I wrote here 2-5. That is represented as 2-5. Then using this convention, find question number 1. How many cross streets can be referred to as 4-3? How many cross streets can be referred to as 4-3? Only one. Find out that 4-3. Where is that 4-3? This one is the fourth in the northeast direction, north-south direction. Fourth in the north-south direction, and third in the east-west direction. So this one is the point. This one is the point of 4-3. Only one cross street here. So question number 1 answer you have to write. Only one cross street. Only one cross street can be represented by. Only one cross street can be referred to as 4-3. Only one cross street can be referred to as. 4-3. So that is the answer for the first question. Again, one more question is here. Question number 2. What is the question? How many cross streets can be referred to as 3-4? How many cross streets can be referred to as 3-4? How many cross streets can be referred to as 3-4? 3. This one is 3. Third line. 4. This one. So this one is the point. 3-4. This one is the cross street 3-4. So how many cross streets can be referred? Only one cross street can be referred to as 3-4. 3-4. Only one cross street here. That is 3-4. This one is the cross street. So this way we can locate anything according to the south or north-south direction or east-west direction. Anything we can locate. So for that, for locating these things or for locating a point on a number line, we are using this coordinate geometry. That is the first exercise. Okay, already first exercise is over. Next portion we will study in the next video. Thank you so much.